What's going on, guys? Victor here from Dexter Outdoors, and check it out. I got this gorgeous mutton snapper right here, and I'm going to show you how to fillet it up with the perfect knife for any scaly fish like this mutton snapper. This is an 8-inch Dextreme, and the unique thing about this knife, you guys will see, it has two edges. You have your precision side, and it also has a serrated side, making it perfect to get through scaly fish. So as stated, we got two edges. I'm going to start with the serrated edge. I'm going to go right here by the pec fin, and you're going to see these huge scales come off this snapper, right? And this serrated edge goes effortlessly through them. We can do the exact same thing to outline our fish, going from the head half all the way to the tail half. Okay, once I do that, I can flip my blade around, and now I'm going to do my precision work. Get my knife on the snapper's spine, and I'm going to basically just go from the tail to the head, and I'm going to go to the midsection of the fish. Okay, so once we do that, I'm going to take my left hand, I'm going to lift up the shoulder piece, and we got to break through the pin bones. Every snapper's got a set of pin bones, and what they do is they attach the fillet to the rib cage. So you kind of tilt your knife up and you break through them. And once you're through the pin bones, you can go on top of that rib cage now. I'm going to go on the other side of this fish's backbone now. Continue over the rib cage, over the rib cage, and just like that. So here's that big rib cage I was talking about. It's real important you tilt your knife up and you break through these set of pin bones, which lie right about there. Okay, so we're going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to use the serrated side, the tiger edge, get through these big scales of the snapper. Now I'm going to continue to use that edge and go from the head half down to the tail half, and you can see these are some big aggressive scales. And the good thing about this knife is you're going to preserve the edge, this precision edge, where you know you want to do your skinning and the main work with your knife, and this way you're not dulling it. You know, if you have big fish like this to fillet, it's nice to have this serrated side. Now we're going to do the exact same thing. I'm just going to work and start by separating the flesh from the spine, working from the head to the tail until we get all the way to the midsection of this mutton snapper. Okay, once again, lift this up. We got to break through the pin bones. What I find easier, instead of going up on this side, I like to work kind of at an angle this way. See, I just broke through them right there. On the other side of the backbone, on top of this rib cage. Filleting is all about finding the leverage that works for you. You know, you might see me doing it one way, but experiment in different ways. As long as the knife is always moving away from you, you never want the knife moving towards your body or your hands. Look at that gorgeous mutton snapper meat, some of the most delicious fish we have in Florida. And take a look at that. That is one good looking fish, one good looking fillet. We're going to be super excited to eat this. I can use this exact same knife from head to tail to finish my entire fillet. But be mindful, you do have two edges, so you don't want to cut yourself. Always, when you're skinning a fish, line your fillet up with the edge of the fillet table, and you're always going to work from the tail half towards the head half. And you'll see, as I'm pushing my knife between the skin and the flesh, I'm trailing with my left hand. This way I can feel what my knife is doing, making sure I'm not going through the skin or scales, and that I'm doing a good job. You see my left hand is still underneath here. Watch this. See, we got no skin, we didn't pierce through it, everything worked out good for us. Now our final thing, which is optional, but I'm going to remove the pin bones that I talked about earlier. I'm going to go on one side of them, and you can feel them. If you run your finger right across them, you'll feel these little points. And this one ends right about there. We're going to cut it out, and that's it. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you're interested in the knife I used today, I'm going to have it linked below. You can also find it at dexteroutdoors.com. Till the next one, see ya.